Case Study 5, Advanced Road Awareness and Special Driving Conditions, C-Class, New South Wales. Overview. Max is a C-Class learner driver in New South Wales who has mastered foundational driving skills such as seat and mirror adjustment, seatbelt fitting, moving forward and stopping, curb departure and return, signalling, turning left and right, accelerating and braking. Max is now ready to learn advanced skills essential for navigating a variety of unique driving situations and environments, including sharing the road with others, night driving, railway crossings, roadwork areas, school zones, and managing distractions and emergencies. His instructor, Sarah, has designed a structured lesson plan to introduce Max to these critical aspects of safe driving. Learner profile. Name, Max. Age, 21. Experience, confident in controlling the vehicle and performing basic maneuvers, seeking to expand his knowledge in advanced road awareness and situational response. Location, New South Wales, Australia. Max has demonstrated confidence and proficiency in handling the vehicle and following basic road rules. His goals are to gain the skills needed to drive responsibly and safely in various challenging conditions, such as sharing the road with different road users, managing visibility issues at night, navigating railway crossings, and safely handling unexpected situations. Trainer objectives. Sarah's objectives for Max's advanced lessons are to 1. Teach Max how to share the road with other users, including cyclists, heavy vehicles, and pedestrians. 2. Introduce Max to the challenges of night driving and low light conditions. 3. Prepare Max to safely navigate railway crossings, roadwork areas, and school zones. 4. Develop Max's skills in managing distractions and emergencies on the road. 5. Familiarize Max with shared zones and pedestrian crossings to enhance his awareness of vulnerable road users. Lesson outline. 1. Sharing the road with cyclists, heavy vehicles, and pedestrians. Location. Mixed traffic area with lanes shared by cyclists, pedestrians, and occasional heavy vehicles. Duration, 20 minutes. Sarah begins by discussing the importance of being aware of different road users and understanding their behaviours. She highlights specific practices. Cyclists. When overtaking bicycles, you must allow a distance of at least 1 metre between you and the rider when the speed limit is 60 km per hour or less, or 1.5 metres if it's more than 60 km per hour. Heavy vehicles, recognising their blind spots and maintaining a safe following distance to avoid sudden stops. Pedestrians, slowing down near pedestrian crossings and intersections and being prepared to stop if someone is crossing. Max practices sharing the road in a mixed traffic environment, learning to anticipate and react appropriately for cyclists, pedestrians, and heavy vehicles. Sarah provides feedback on his spacing, speed adjustments, and awareness of other road users' blind spots. 2. Night driving and low light conditions. Location. Quiet suburban area transitioning to moderate traffic roads at dusk. Duration, 20 minutes. Sarah explains the unique challenges of night driving, including reduced visibility, glare from oncoming headlights, and the need for increased vigilance. She teaches Max to use headlights correctly, turn on low beam headlights at dusk. You can use your headlights on high beam if you need to see further ahead, even if there are street lights. You must turn your headlights from high beam to low beam when a vehicle coming towards you is within 200 metres and when driving 200 metres or less behind another vehicle. Adjust speed and following distance. Allow more space and reduce speed due to limited visibility. Watch for vulnerable road users. Pedestrians and cyclists may be harder to see at night. Max practices driving at dusk and adjusts to the changing light. Sarah guides him on maintaining awareness, managing headlight glare, and using his mirrors effectively. 3. Navigating railway crossings. Location, railway crossing with signage and warning lights. Duration, 15 minutes. Sarah introduces Max to the correct procedures for approaching and crossing railway tracks. She explains, approach slowly and observe warning lights or signs. Stop when lights flash and only proceed when the lights stop and the crossing is clear. Ensure clear passage before crossing. Verify there is enough space on the other side before crossing to avoid getting trapped on the tracks. Max practices approaching the railway crossing, watching for warning signs and stopping at a safe distance. This exercise reinforces his awareness of the importance of careful observation and stopping when needed. 4. Roadworks areas and adjusting for hazards. Location, roadworks zones with reduced speed limits and traffic control signage. Duration, 15 minutes. Sarah explains how to navigate roadworks areas, emphasizing the need for reduced speed and heightened awareness of temporary signage, barriers, and construction workers. She discusses the common challenges of roadworks areas, including reduced speed limits. These are in place to protect road workers and ensure safety. Awareness of changed road conditions. Detours, narrowed lanes, and loose gravel are common in roadworks zones. Max practices driving through a roadworks area, carefully following signage and adjusting his speed. Sarah provides feedback on his responses and encourages him to stay vigilant for sudden changes. 5. Driving in school zones. Location, school zone area with clearly marked signage and reduced speed limits. Duration, 10 minutes. Sarah introduces the rules for school zones, including adhering to reduced speed limits during designated hours and being alert for children and school crossing supervisors. Expect children to behave unpredictably and be prepared to stop quickly. Max practices slowing down as he enters a school zone, paying attention to speed limit signs and watching for children and school crossing supervisors. This practice helps him develop awareness and caution in high-risk areas. 6. Managing distractions while driving. Location, quiet road for discussion, followed by moderate traffic road for practice. Duration, 10 minutes discussion, 10 minutes practice. Sarah discusses the types of distractions drivers may face, including mobile devices, passengers, and external events. In New South Wales, learner drivers are not allowed to use a mobile phone while driving, including using the phone in hands-free mode, using the phone's loudspeaker, using GPS navigation, sending text messages, turning the phone on or off, operating any function of the phone. The only exceptions are showing your digital driver license when asked by police, using wallet functions when stopped in a road-related area such as a car park, driveway, or drive-through. Learner drivers can use a mobile phone when parked out of the line of traffic and the ignition does not need to be off. Max practices keeping his focus on the road while driving, even when Sarah engages him in conversation or points out roadside distractions. This exercise emphasizes the importance of maintaining mental focus. 7. Managing emergencies on the road. Location, quiet road for simulation and discussion. Duration, 15 minutes. Sarah discusses how to handle common emergencies such as brake failure, pumping the brakes, downshifting to reduce speed, and using the handbrake if needed. Tyre blowouts, holding the steering wheel firmly, easing off the accelerator, and pulling over safely. They simulate these scenarios in discussion, with Sarah guiding Max through each response step by step. While they cannot replicate the full experience, this discussion prepares Max to stay calm and react methodically. 8. Navigating shared zones and pedestrian crossings. Location, shared zone with pedestrian activity and clearly marked crossings. Duration, 15 minutes. Sarah explains the concept of shared zones, where vehicles and pedestrians coexist, requiring slower speeds and heightened awareness. A shared zone is a road/network of roads where pedestrians and other vehicles moving slowly can share the road safely. When driving in a shared zone, give way to all pedestrians and keep to the 10 km/h speed limit. At a pedestrian crossing, you must give way to pedestrians crossing. You must not overtake a vehicle that's stopping or has stopped to give way to pedestrians who are crossing. You must not drive onto the crossing if the road ahead is blocked. Sarah instructs Max on how to approach these areas. Reduce speed and give way to pedestrians. Make eye contact and drive cautiously. Be prepared to stop at any moment for pedestrians. Max practices driving through a shared zone, giving priority to pedestrians and adjusting his speed to match the activity in the area. He also learns to identify and stop at pedestrian crossings, reinforcing the importance of respecting pedestrian right-of-way. 9. Post-lesson reflection and next steps. Location, stationary vehicle. Duration, 10 minutes. Sarah and Max review the day's exercises, reflecting on his strengths and areas for continued practice. Strengths. Max demonstrated strong awareness in shared zones, maintained composure while driving at night, and responded well to reduced visibility. Challenges. He found it initially challenging to adjust to sudden changes in roadwork zones and to stay vigilant with distractions. Sarah provides additional tips on managing distractions and suggests future practice in busier school zones and roadworks areas to reinforce his adaptability. Outcome: by the end of the lesson, Max has developed an understanding of a range of special driving situations, demonstrating increased confidence and adaptability. Sarah's structured guidance in sharing the road, managing low light conditions, handling distractions, and adapting to unique zones provides Max with critical skills for safe, responsible driving. Conclusion: this case study highlights how a C-Class driver trainer in New South Wales can effectively prepare a learner driver for complex road conditions and special driving scenarios. Through progressive exposure to various environments, including night driving, school zones, railway crossings, and pedestrian areas, Sarah equips Max with the skills and mindset needed to navigate challenging driving situations safely. Her comprehensive scenario-based approach fosters Max's ability to anticipate and respond to a wide range of road conditions, building a foundation for responsible, defensive driving.